Oh yes guys, this might be the best balance change of all time in Clash Royale history. You guys want to know why all evolutions are gonna get nerfed? Then watch this video until the end and also make sure to use creator code Morten in the shop. So first of all, let's talk a bit about evolution in general in Clash Royale. I feel like Supercell kinda made it to an addition, of course, to gain money. This is I think the obvious point, but also just to add something more fun into the gameplay and just like a card concept which isn't like necessarily broken or shouldn't be broken in game deciding. Just like a card, a normal card with some twists, with some different interactions. But currently, an evolution card is just way better, way too broken, and there's a big difference facing an evolution card compared to the normal card. The best example, you have like an arrow deck, you face evolution firecracker, you can't kill it, normal cracker is completely fine. So what Supercell is saying about generally, the evolution is in their current states, evolutions are too generally powerful. This is causing players to spam as many evolutions as possible through a game, are too often decided by evolutions alone. I think that makes sense, right? So far, the best evolution decks in Clash Royale are cheap cycle decks. Why? Because you can spam a ton of them. These changes aim to shift evolution's power away from ramp power and stats towards the unique abilities. Despite some of these changes being reworks, the intention is to lower the baseline power of evolutions across the board. However, we hope evolutions will still have a just match impact when used more strategically, except for Ice Build. So I actually clickbait you guys, Ice Build won't get a nerf / rework in this change. So I hope you guys don't give me a dislike for that, but this is how it is. And now we're going to card number 1, which is gonna get a nerf, the Archer, and this is already big. So first of all, let's start with the negative thing. Buff. Bonus damage. 18% more bonus damage. I think it's kind of changed they had like some weeks or months ago, which I kind of nerfed already. So they actually give the archers, the evolution archers, a bit more bonus damage, but they also remove the bonus HP. This means evolution archers will die from arrows. And this is exactly what we wanted. Supercell, listen, thank you so much. So if you play an arrow deck, you face evolution archers, you can still arrow them down, but they're dealing way more damage. And I think this is what you want to see. A really cool concept Supercell is saying about it with evolution archers being more fragile. We feel it's appropriated to add power back to their power shield ability, make it a higher risk, high reward card. I agree with that. This is so cool. They do more damage. They have a cooler design, a bit more range as the normal archers have. But they're still dying to arrows. So it's not like if you face arrow, you have an arrows deck, you do really well against the 2 set of archers. Since archers have a 3-card cycle, if I'm not, no, 2-card cycle. So you need to cycle 2 normal archers, then you get to evolution archers. So it's not like if you face evolution archers now, you're losing if you have arrows. This is such a cool change. I don't know, as the guys said, this is like work in progress balance change, so they might also change something. I don't really think they're going to change like a ton of this evolution stuff, but they might add some other cards which are maybe missing. So let me know in the comment section if you guys if Supercell forgot something or what you guys think. So this is the first one, Archers, HP nerf, bonus HP nerf, but also in damage buff, so small rework. Next up, we got Barbarians. To be fair, Barbarians are currently not one of the strongest evolutions, but they actually decided to nerf the bonus HP, minus 12%, but I still need to tell you guys, they still survive Fireball. But I think this is like not really that big of a change. I mean, still a bit less, which is like minus 12%, but they buffed the duration of the Barbarians, which I think is a really interesting concept. So they're saying evolution Barbarians bonus health will be more in line with other evolutions and we still survive Fireball. Their buff will last longer to help them reach new targets easier with fighting. Multiple tubes. Okay, I see. That makes kind of sense, I guess. So I think this is a really cool change overall. I feel like, to be fair, Evolution Barbarians might be one of the most balanced evolutions, if you can kind of say it like that. I feel like they're on a weaker end. They're just working some decks. They're pretty easy to counter. They can be really good against beatdown decks. But to be fair, that matters all over cycles. So maybe like make them die from Fireball, to be honest. Maybe that would have been a better change, but I kind of see them not kill one or kill them immediately, since they're also not really good in the matter. But let me know what you guys think about it. So bonus HP, nerf, but buff duration. By the way, guys, in case I didn't make clear, buff duration of course means like the rage effect they're having after like targeting a troop. Next up, we got the bats. They're gonna get a small nerf there. Bonus first hit speed, getting down like a plus 100%, so it means like 100% slower, which I think is pretty nice. So the first hit speed is currently pretty fast, which of course allows them to heal way easier, to make sure they're like surviving tornadoes, surviving zap in some occasions. So this is kind of what they changed. So I feel like it's a really huge nerf, to be fair. Aerobats will have just as high of sailing as before, but it will be harder to get maximum wealth from Stulix evolution, bro. And I think this is good. To be fair, I know if like Archer, like I don't really think bats needed a nerf evolution wise, maybe a bit too strong, but to be fair, I feel like it's a really good strategy, just like to go over all evolutions to just change every evolution to make everything worse besides Ice Bird. Of course, Ice Bird sucks. So I think making the bonus first hit speed way slower, I think this is a really good thing. So 100% slower actually for the first hit speed. Interesting. Next up, we got the Battle Ram, the newest evolution edition in Clash Royale. Right now, they're saying they remove the pushback all, and also, of course, the evolution Barbarian nerf is, of course, also affecting them kind of, so like less HP. You guys know that they kind of the rework there, if you kind of want to say it like that. So Evo Battle Ram may have more counters to it as it won't push back troops like Mighty Man and Pekka. I mean, removing a pushback from it is absolutely a huge change, bro, right? This is, I mean, to be fair, Evolution Battle Ram currently is not broken at all. It's like not the best evolution in the entire game, but I feel like in some occasions when you didn't have the right answers against the Evolution Battle Ram, like no building in hand, bro, this pushback was so broken. So actually just removing it is crazy. So Evolution Battle Ram will have more counters to it as it won't push back troops like Mighty Man and Pekka, but it will still have the same potential as it had before in most cases. Also keep in mind that the Evo Barbarian changes will affect this card too. Yeah, of course. So it will like kinda the rage buff duration will of course affect it, but also the HP with less HP of the Barbarian. So this is really interesting, cool change overall, I would say. So let's see what this really will change in Clash Royale. Next up, we got most likely the most, I mean, is it the most annoying evolution? I think after Cracker, I mean, most of you guys hate Cracker. I can kind of agree on that, but to be fair, in top lane, nobody's really playing it, so I'm really happy about it. But Bomber, bro, I hate it. So, nerf cycles, and this is exactly what we wanted, bro. They're nerfing the cycle. So, like, of course, it's the normal build, bro. It's the normal Clash Royale build, but it will be a 2-cycle afterwards, which I think is a really good change. So, Bomber is becoming a 2-cycle evolution to encourage more strategic use and reduce its efficiency. Yeah, I think it's a really cool first change. To be fair, I don't know if it's enough, because I just feel like the most frustrating point is about him getting so much damage in the tower. But I feel like it's a good change, and I think like a really easy change to do. And finally, they did the most obvious thing and just nerfing the cycle. So after update, not gonna be one cycle anymore, it will be a 2-cycle, so you need to cycle the evolution bomber twice instead of once. Next up, we got the Firecracker, and Firecracker is an interesting concept, and yes, this will be like a ton of changes, so you kind of need to open your stuff. So it will be like 3 buffs and 1 nerf. The worst nerf will be bonus HP. So bonus HP minus 23%, what does it mean? Evolution Firecracker will die from arrows, bro. Similar to archers, this is absolutely magnificent. This is exactly what I want to see. So this is really cool. They also, of course, need to change something like big sparks duration, small sparks duration, at 50% slow to sparks on ground. So these are just like small changes, right? Like kinda as an addition there, bro. So like 20% buff for the sparks duration, 25% for the small sparks duration, and also add 50% slow to sparks on ground. So overall, they kind of make the card a bit better. Like I would say like the interesting concept about the evolution card, but they make them not survive hours, which I think is the biggest part. And I guess for you guys, for mid-ladder merchants, oh, I didn't mean it in a bad way, but you guys understand what I'm saying, right? For mid-ladder players, it's really cool there. So what I'm saying is, like the Evolution Archers, Evolution Firecracker is losing its bonus HP for a strong attack. The Firecracker Sparks will also gain a 50% movement slowing effect like Poison. The increased duration is back. Movement slow, more effective, and indirect damage buff too. So I think this is absolutely incredible, bro. Because this is what we want to see, bro. It's more often, like, it's about getting damage with the card, and it's not like a broken defensive card which you can't kill. And everybody knows, bro, mid-ladder's full of Evolution Crackers, so I think this is a good change. So 3 small buffs, but a huge nerf for the Evolution Firecracker. So guys, Knight actually gets a rework again, like every other card normally also got besides Bomber, I think so far. So the Knight will get a bonus HP nerf. So instead of like minus 8%, so it doesn't have the exact same as HP as the normal Knight, but like just a tiny bit more now. But they also add some buff damage reduction with like a plus 70%. So it's kind of reworked. So what Supercell is kind of saying, even Knight is shifting some of its tankiness from bonus health to the ability's damage reduction. So as I said, this is kind of once again what we're talking about. It's not about the stats buff. Supercell doesn't want to give the cards more of a stats buff. They want like the ability to kind of shine as the main concept, or like the evolution concept should be around not having stats buffs. I think this is the main thing, right? We want to have an evolution with like cool concept and not with broken stats, and this is exactly what they're kind of addressing there. So the concept with the evolution Knight shield is gonna get a buff. even just like, it's not the big ones, the knight won't be broken, but like the stats gets overall the nerf from the knight. So evolution knight is shifting some of its tankiness from bonus health to the ability damage reduction. This will make the card more about playing with it and against the ability instead of simply having great stats for it cost. Thanks Supercell, bro, whoever made this ban change, you're the GOAT. Next up, we got the Mortar. This will be really simple nerf. Bonus HP minus 17%. Easy going, bro. Let's go, easy, bro. I'm smiling seeing this balance change. There's no really weird stuff we work like with Goblin Drill, bro. Just straight up damage nerf, HP nerf, cycle nerf, bro. This is what I want to see. Simple Clash Royale. Evolution Mod has a stronger and faster attack, so we want players to put more effort into protecting it for the same payoff. Bro, this guy, whoever, like, this could be me making the balance changes. Okay, next up, we got actually really interesting changes for the Royal Recruits and Royal Giants because of this cards, or like with this cards, both of the non-evolved cards and the evolved cards are gonna get changes. So the Royal Giant, the bonus HP will get like a change, like it completely gets removed. So the bonus HP, there won't be bonus HP for the Evolution Royal Giant. So the Evolution Royal Giant has the same HP as the normal Royal Giant, but they also decided to give like a 3% buff of the HP to the normal Royal Giant. For the Royal Recruits, it's something similar. So they actually removed the bonus HP, which is actually minus 10%, really huge for them, but they're also giving like a 3% overall HP buff. So I hope you guys understand it. So Royal Giant, minus 9% bonus HP, so bonus HP gets removed. Royal Recruits the same, but the Royal Giant gets 3%, and the Royal Recruits also gets a 3% normal buff. So for the normal cards, actually. So what they're saying is we feel the gap between evolved and non-evolved Royal Giants and Royal Recruits is too large, especially for costing 6 plus elixir. We want to make the evolved versions of these cards less extreme and compensate, man, like my English is pretty shit. By making each of these base cards a little stronger. Okay. So this is an interesting change. So this time is like the first time they also touched the normal card, making Recruits and also Royal Giant a bit stronger, which I think I can kind of understand. To be fair, I'm not exactly on the same page. I feel like Royal Recruits, yes, the normal Royal Recruits actually suck a lot compared to the Evolution Royal Recruits. I know, maybe you guys have a different opinion, but like making the Royal Giant in itself a bit stronger. But as I said, it's just like plus 3%, right? It's just like a small change. I'm not 1% on the same page because I didn't think the normal Royal Giant needed that. But also, to be fair, yeah, Evolution Royal Giant isn't even that good. So I don't know, I'm like kinda, I'm not 1% sure, but I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that. So normal Royal Recruits and normal Evolution Royal Giant get like a plus 3%. But they also get removed the additional hit points for the evolved form. So guys, now we go to Skeletons. To be fair, Skeletons currently aren't as good as they used to be anymore, and they're deciding to nerf the bonus first hit speed 25%. Like the Evo Bats, Evolution Skeletons losing its extremist first hit speed bonus. And I think this is really good because the first hit speed actually made them broken, bro. I remember them adding that, like I feel like some time ago, so it's really cool. It's a small change, but making the Evolution Skeletons a bit worse is of course really good. So guys, next up we got the Evolution Tesla. So this is actually a really interesting concept. So bonus HP gets removed again, which I think is pretty cool because I feel like, especially when you're playing like a Hog Rider Earthquake Cycle deck, you're playing against Evolution Tesla, you kind of see, okay, Earthquake doesn't do shit against it, and also like spells at all. Even like Lightning is not going to be able to kill them really. So this is kind of a good thing. So bonus HP gets removed entirely, minus 17%. But also they add a Shockwave on death. I'm not on it, like I can't show it yet because yeah, the death account isn't out yet for us creators, but I think it's like pretty obvious. So when it's dying, there's gonna come out a Shockwave. I think this is really cool. I think this could be really cool. So Evo Tesla often felt like it got most of its value from its bonus HP. To penetrate Evo Tesla will always have produced 2 electric pools, one when it enters and one it gets destroyed. I think this is cool, bro. I feel like this is the most interesting thing about Evolution Tesla. So adding that also with death, I think that's cool, bro. I'm on the same page. Maybe you guys, some of you guys hate it, but I think it's an okay rework, not gonna lie. For next one, we got the Valkyrie, and this is pretty easy, pretty simple, no explanation needed. Bonus HP gets not entirely removed this time, but minus 4%. So this actually gets a bit of removal, so not completely entirely. I think at the start when Evolution Valkyrie came out, they actually removed all of the it didn't have any bonus HP, I think. So it made it really bad. But then they added like a lot, and now it gets a bit less, so minus 4% overall. Evolution Valkyrie is getting a small hit to bonus HP to a lane of unamiable evolutions. Yeah, so I just feel like it's a really cool change. So a bit of a less HP, and I also think like Evolution Valkyrie is currently not one of the best evolutions, but also not as bad as it used to be. So also decided to nerf this. I think this is Supercell, bro. You're doing a good job. Next up, evolution number 14 on the list, Wall Breaker. So first of all, the runner damage gets reduced by 50%. So this is really interesting. But also, the runner speed will be from fast to very fast. So Supercell is saying about this kind of evolution wall breakers were both harder to answer and dealt significantly more damage, since the design is about survivability. We are removing the bonus damage and making the runners faster. Okay, so it's actually Supercell's kind of plan now is just making them like a bit more harder to defend in general, but like you want to get them to tower, right? You want to get them to tower. This is what all is about, and not just hoping that a runner damage gets like a ton of value or something. So I think it's a pretty cool change, pretty cool rework, and I think I make them overall worse. Even I feel like wall breakers, evolution wall breakers also with the dagger dodge and so on is pretty shit right now. Last evolution which is gonna get a nerf is gonna be the Zap nerf. The second and third Zap minus 50% damage. So most of evolution Zap's strength came from its damage. The nerf will make it the card more about the stun. So I don't actually have the damage stats afterwards, but I think that's really, really cool. So 50% HP and not 50% HP, 50% damage nerf from the second and third Zap, bro. This is exactly what we wanted, because the damage was absolutely incredible, bro. What it dealt. So let's see how it's gonna work out in game. Especially tower damage removal is like really, really important. So really cool. Also seeing an evolution Zap rework. So guys, that's were all evolutions, and I'm so excited like that they are really, really doing that. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section. You guys agree with all the change? You guys saying some of them are weird, some of them are not really good. As I said, I couldn't test them out in game yet, but I really want to get out the information for you guys as soon as I can. So let me know what you guys think about that. I'm really hoping that there's the first time ever with Battle Legend's feedback that we get a positive top comment with saying, Supercell, finally you did something great. This is my dream. I hope the dream comes true. But now, that's not yet. We got 2 tower trip nerfs. And it's gonna be the Princess Tries now, of course not. It's gonna be Cannoneer and Dagger Duchess. We're gonna start with the Cannoneer. The Cannoneer broken, but not as broken as the Dagger Duchess. This is why nobody plays her. So it's actually interesting changes there. So the damage is getting a minus 5% nerf, which I think is pretty cool. Cannoneer deals too much damage, particularly when troops are targeted by both towers. 5%, easy. Cannoneer minus 5% damage. Over. No shitty rework, no weird stuff. This is it. Next up, we got the Dagger Duchess. And once again, easy thing, minus 30% hit points. While Dagger Duchess has clear weakness, it was too difficult to repeatedly exploit that weakness over the course of game with a high HP. Minus 13%, bro. So you can actually, bro, the thing is like I don't have the stats there. I just got like the minus 30%. So this is really annoying, but you can kind of put it like in your calculator and you guys know how much it will be after the changes. But minus 13% out of like 3,204. This is big, bro. Big. This is exactly what I wanted. HP nerf for Dagger Duchess. Supercell, yes. Yes, what happened, bro? But we also got 2 normal cards nerfed besides the Royal Recruits and the Royal Giant, kind of, but it was kind of more of a rework for the evolutions. Where are the first one? The first one will be the Elixir Collector. So Elixir Collector is an interesting card, right? I feel like Kuni is a bit too broken. So they're saying they nerf it. Elixir generation 33%, but the duration also 32%. So this is like really interesting, really hard to understand, right? What they're saying with this. So both Elixir Collector and Dagger are the strongest in like in single elixir time. Now the Elixir Collectors have synergized Tower Tube. It needs to be balanced with Dagger Duchess in mid. So what does it exactly mean, bro? Elixir generation a bit less overall, but the duration also, bro. This is like, I honestly, Supercell, I don't want to attack you, bro, but just giving me this type of stats, I can't really say too much about this. Does it mean it like duration, elixir generation? Does it mean that it's like way less overall? They're saying it's like a double nerf. They're saying it's like a double nerf overall. They don't even say it's a rework. They're just gonna nerf it overall. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. What is gonna be happening with the Elixir Collector after seeing these changes? Bro, I think like Elixir Collector, bro, it's really hard to judge. But I think it's kind of like with the Goblin rule, right? You don't really know what's exactly gonna happen. But, so, what Supercell is saying, both Elixir Collector and Dagger Duchess are strongest in Elixir. Now the Elixir Collector decks have synergized Tower Tube. It needs to be balanced with Dagger Duchess in mind. Okay, so Elixir Collector gets the nerf. How this nerf will look in game, bro, I don't have any idea. As the last card, we got the Goblin Drill, bro. Goblin Drill Kuni is so strong. So they're actually saying the first spawn will be changed. 60% slower, I think, is that. So the first goblin spawns to quickly to counter predicting where goblin drill is deployed. So 60% slow, that's actually really big, so I think this is the main point everybody's complaining about. Your opponent plays a goblin, you can't play like a knight in front of this to just kind of predict the goblin, always gets on tower. So this is the change. I love to see that. So I don't know. I would give this balance change rating a 9.5 out of 10. I want to see how the elixir collector thing works out. I guess Little Prince is kind of missing. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comment section. I will give all the feedback to this guy who is the GOAT. Bro, this guy's the GOAT. And also make sure to subscribe to the channel. Don't want to miss any videos of the future. In the future, let me know what you guys think about that. I'm really excited to see the comments. I will give all the feedback to this guy. He seems like listening to the community. This is awesome. I'm going to be out. Thanks for watching. Love you guys. Goodbye.